make a fresh, bright, awesome bay scallop ceviche.
Now, we're not going to be able to eat this right now, right?
No.
Okay.
So you're going to put this together the night before you want to eat it. And you can treat this as an appetizer, as a really just decadent dip, or you could almost do it as an entire meal itself if you make enough of it.
Cool. All right, so point out what we need here and,
yeah,
and
absolutely.
about how much.
So we're going to start here. The most important ingredient, fresh, raw, baby bay scallops. So we've cut them in half so that they're nice and small.
Who cut them in half?
My wonderful, loving father.
Who
cut
cut
them in
all
half.
of those things in half? Because I bought them too big.
Yes.
Just getting there.
I've got here some nice roasted garlic. Now,
okay, we're going to pause here for a second. the boy does this thing with garlic that, holy cow, he'll walk you through it. Try this at home, seriously. Okay, so where'd that garlic come from?
Absolutely. Best, most ridiculously impressive, while still being simple thing you can do. You go to Costco and you buy that huge bag of garlic, right?
Yep.
You throw the whole bag in a big pot and you cover it with about a liter and a half of olive oil. You're going to throw it in the oven at 250 for about 3 hours. And by the time it's done, you've got a whole jar full of the best cooking garlic oil that you've got. And you got these fresh garlic cloves. So these were whole cloves of garlic that just mash and smear like butter.
Like butter. All right,
it is
onward.
Fantastic. Yes. So about 6 to 10 cloves of the roasted garlic. If you're doing fresh, you want to do about half that. You've got 2 shallots minced up just as nice and fine as you can make them. You got poblano peppers, a little bit of heat there, about a half of one. A quarter cup, cilantro, parsley, whatever it is you're liking for the day. Fresh red onions, again, nice and fine, about 1 big one. And anywhere between 2 and 3 nice, plump, fresh, juicy tomatoes.
And a couple of quick ones over there just so people know they need them.
Some lime juice.
Okay.
And some honey.
Boom!
Okay.
All right, let's do this.
Okay, so we're going to start.
So the work's in the prep.
Oh,
right?
yes,
It's
absolutely.
It's all prep.
All of the hardest part is done.
Because the lime juice does the cooking, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So
I'd have got to that, but you're sounding so much smarter than me right now. I had to put something in that makes it sound like I should have the damn show. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so I mentioned, if you picked up on it to begin with, these are raw. These aren't cooked.
Yep.
Not in advance anyway. But what happens is when we let it sit in the lime juice overnight, that actually cures and cooks it just like you would, say, a piece of bacon or something like that.
Oh, cool.
It's cooked without really applying heat.
Like, is that what they mean by, never mind. Go ahead.
So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to dissolve a little bit of the honey, probably a good tablespoon or 2 in there, make it nice and sweet. And we're going to throw a little bit of the lime juice in to start. And all you're going to do with that is just give that a quick little stir, and that's going to help smooth
Hey, what's
out
that in your hand?
This is a Spurtle.
Brandon can't get over the Spurtle.
You know what? Honestly, it's fantastic.
It's fantastic.
So
I wish I sold them.
So all I'm doing here is just mixing a little bit of the lime juice and the honey together so that the honey thins out and it coats everything nice and evenly. And everything else just goes in.
Okay.
So we're going to throw these scallops in there, all 2 pounds of them.
Okay.
I've got that fresh, nice roasted garlic.
This is the stuff right there.
If you look there,
Where am I looking?
just a little bit of the garlic oil came with it. And that is so worth it. All right, and all that goes in there.
Everyone I work with right now is watching this going, why in the hell isn't this kid on air? Forget Dad. Forget it. He's done.
All right, and
All right,
then everything else, same thing.
So that was a poblano.
A poblano.
All right.
Shallot.
A lot of shallots.
Parsley or cilantro, whatever you prefer.
Okay.
Red onion.
Nice.
Again, I'm going to throw it all over the set.
Daisy loves onions. It's fine.
Yeah, and then a nice fresh tomato.
Lovely. Okay.
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 Now.
Doing good. Yes, Daisy. Somebody called you. They did. They really did.
So we've got this here, and we're just going to give this a nice good stir. You want to get everything all well mixed together.
So while you're mixing, so you got about 24 hours to let this sit in the fridge.
Yep.
And then what are we serving it on?
So you can eat it by itself. I personally like a nice crisped pita chip, cracker, even a little toast crostini that you might make on your own.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Making toast crostinis on my own.
Yeah.
Get rid of Costco. All right, here we go.
Okay, so now that you've got that all nice and mixed together, obviously, look, just absolutely gorgeous, bright, fresh. If that does not look absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, no, it does. Okay, so now...
And now we're going to put in enough lime juice.
Okay.
So you don't be shy here. Probably anywhere between half a cup and a full cup of lime juice. Now you'll drain a lot of this off before you actually serve it.
Sure, because yuck.
But you want to make sure that when you give it a good stir, okay, and you spread it out all nice and flat across the bowl like that, that you pretty much, a little bit more.
Okay.
You want to make sure that that lime juice covers everything. So what that's going to do is that's going to actually cook the scallops. Okay. It's going to mellow out those onions just a little bit, so they're not quite so harsh.
Earlier.
And that's part of why we use the shallots and the red onions, okay? Because they're a little more mild, a little sweeter. Wow. And look at that.
That's pretty.
Just absolutely gorgeous.
Wow, that's actually going to be nice. So that's enough lime juice?
Yeah, absolutely. So this will just go in the fridge, covered overnight. You can get away with about 8 hours. I like to do 24.
Whoa, okay.
Okay, and then you just strain off that lime juice before you serve it. Save a little bit at the bottom because that adds flavor too.
Sure.
And then everything else, the flavor is just packed in there already. That's what the poblanos and the onions are in there for. It's great.